Yeah, we'll get to Final Fantasy 13. That'll be an interesting one. Like I said before, 13 feels really hard to get back into, but I did enjoy it when I played it the first time. So we'll see how that goes. Gordon's just here for the ride, dude. No, I will not be skipping cutscenes for any of this. The whole point is to, like, experience the story and everything the game has to offer, so I will not be skipping cutscenes. Unless, of course, I game over or something. I'm not gonna watch the same cutscene twice. Man, the whole attacking everyone with a magic thing is not good. Me too. I googled, does Final Fantasy VII suck? And everyone said yes, so it must be true. I heard the main character sucks. Did you just do 2 damage? What happened? The internet has never failed me before. I had to install a toilet, and I googled how to install a toilet, and I watched a video on how to install a toilet, and then I installed a toilet. If that isn't proof that the internet is always right about everything, I don't know what is. I'm gonna go ahead and use these potions, just to get them on my inventory. Is anyone else poisoned? So all 3 of those rooms were just nothing? That's really neat. This game just loves its useless rooms. It's just their favorite thing to do. Oh yeah, you know it, J-Dog. Hey, welcome back to Toilets R Us. Today we're going to be installing a toilet. Make sure to like and subscribe. This toilet is sponsored by Raid Shadow. Not the video, the toilet. The toilet's sponsored by Raid. The video is sponsored by a VPN. The toilet's sponsored by Raid. They sent him the toilet. Toilet God 420. Oh shoot, I was going the other way. This happens to me so often. Oh well. We'll see what's down here, I guess. I might have to leave soon, because everyone's blind, and I don't have eye drops. Of course, they like never miss, even though they're blind. I don't know. I feel like blindness just isn't good in this game. Because they've not missed since becoming blind. That animation is so cool. Alright, full blind party, let's go. Finally, someone missed. Alright, now I'm starting to get misses. Now that I said something. Full blind alchemist. I need some more coffee. I think I'm gonna go get more coffee. After this, okay. Let's cut that out. Now I wish I had gone that other way. Are those guys like in the void? I kind of want to use some more magic with Maria, but she's doing so much damage with her mace. Nope, they do not stack. They didn't stack in this game, they don't stack in 1 either. The originals. And every item, like even the key items, count as items too. But at least the shop menu lets you, like, buy items quickly. See the Final Fantasy 1 playthrough where I spent 10 minutes buying potions. That was the best. Why does it look better than my anthology? Well, this is about the best this game could ever look, given my upscaling solution. So that could be part of it. The PS3 ports aren't the best. So they're good. Like, they're playable for sure, but they're not the best. Not as good as playing the original. Also, I don't know how much they improved on 6 in the anthology version. They're all different, because they all release at different times in different areas, and so it's all... You never know when you're going from one Final Fantasy to the other how much different it's going to look. We have kind of a weird situation where Final Fantasy 1 was the original release, so it was an NES game, and it looked like an NES game, and then this one is an upscaled PS1 version, because Final Fantasy 2 didn't originally come out here. And then Final Fantasy 3 is going to be even more upscaled, because the first version we got was on the DS in 2006, so that one's going to look even better. And then Final Fantasy 4 is going to be back to the Super Nintendo. So we're going like back in time for 4. So 4 is going to look awful in comparison to 2 and 3. And by awful, I mean, you know, how futuristic it looks. It's going to look good because it's a Super Nintendo game, but just, you know, in terms of the quality, it's going to look like we're going back in time even though we're going forward in time. Gotta run for a bit to pay bills. You don't need to pay bills. You don't need electricity, right? Bills are just a myth. If you don't pay your bills, they won't turn off your stuff, I promise. It's just a myth. Sounds fake to me. I remember one time at my old house, I didn't pay my water bill, and it was fine. Like, I still got water. It tasted kind of weird. I blacked out a few times, but... I mean, I still had water. Which ones have I not played? So, I did not grow up with a Super Nintendo. That's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to do this marathon. So the Super Nintendo games I missed out on, unfortunately. 4 and 6, which are 2 and 3 on Super Nintendo. Blah, thank you so much for the 6 months. Welcome back, dude. I also have not finished this one. I've not played 3, and I've not finished 5. All of the newer ones I played except the MMOs. Trident. The only classic Final Fantasy that I have a good amount of experience in is 5, but I never beat it. What the heck is that? A dagger? Yeah, I'm excited for 3. 3 should be interesting. I forgot Maria still has that potion. Knife that boosts evasion. Huh. Maybe I'll give it to his left hand. He'll have a sword and a dagger. Epic. Uh-oh. That's not good. And of course, I'm very excited for 4 and 6. This is terrifying. I still have not figured out if there's a reason you wouldn't want to cast shield on everyone. I don't think it costs more MP. Maybe the shield is, like, weaker? Wow, get wrecked. Wow, how did it miss? Don't tell me blind makes, like, your spells miss. How did the Gigas fit inside the chest? Next question. I wonder how much Cure 2 will do if I hit everything. Yeah, I'm really excited for all the games, to be honest with you. All the retro ones, for sure. Because, like, Final Fantasy 3 I've never even seen, so I'm pretty excited for that one. And it's going to be on the DS, which is going to be an interesting twist. And then 4 is very well known as being very good, so I'm excited for that. 5 I played and loved, but never finished, so I have this, like, unfinished business with 5, and I remember really enjoying it. And a lot of people have told me they didn't like 5, but I really liked it when I played it back in the day. So I'm excited to give 5 another try. And then 6 is 6, so I'm excited for 6. Oh, God, no! So yeah, we got some bangers coming up for sure. And I'm enjoying 2 a lot as well. And people are saying 2 is going to be one of the rougher ones, but I'm enjoying it. Gus! Okay, this guy is not messing around. How much health does he have? Please die. Please die. Please die. This is a problem. Please die. Hurry enough. Please die. Wow. Wow. Yeah, continuing the dungeon with blind was not the best plan. We need to buy some eye drops. I mean, it just so happens that, like, my first 20 battles were all ghasts that all casted blind. Alright. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and grab some more coffee. Alright, we back. How's it going, Ace? How's it going, Bullet Ops? How's it going, Snipes? How's it going, Superb? Okay. Yeah, let's go buy some things. Yeah, the soundtrack is great. The Chocobo song, not so much. But, you know. It's fine. Let's go ahead and use all of our stuff so that we can level it up. A water-cooled chair? How would that even work? Yeah, the most we've ever seen is like Ice 2, and then these enemies are like Ice 9, and you're like, oh my god, and then it does no damage. I saw a picture the other day of a car, like, cup holder that could keep your drinks hot or cold. There was like a button to press, and it would either heat the drink or cool the drink. It's like, wow. Future. The future is now. Gordon's dead. I have all these scrolls. I kind of wonder if I should use them. I need to teach the other guys blind. Yo, Escobar, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. That's like our third Twitch Prime today. Whoa, it's just a random warlock chilling. Actually, this is a crazy fight. 5 soldiers and a warlock. Let's try to put him to sleep. Okay, he beat me to it. Wow, this fight is actually kind of scary. Blizzaba is probably the best name I've seen for a spell. I cast Blizzaba. Think with a bit super. There were a lot of people. Okay, how come, like, my characters can get sliced in the face and not wake up? Do they not know how sleep is supposed to work? How do I miss? Okay, I think shield has like a really terrible chance of hitting if you acid on everyone. What if I warp all of them? Excellent. This fight is going just as I planned. Are you guys ever gonna wake up? Or are you just asleep forever? I don't think they're waking up. Ow. This is truly fantastic. Is this a bug? Like, why are we not waking up? Hey! Furion has awoken. Finally. I should have just attacked with Maria. This would have been over by now. I was trying to get fancy with my magic and none of it did anything. Gus is finally awake. Hey Gordon, how you doing over there? Alright, just checking in. Just checking up on you. I'm telling you, one of these death animations needs to be an emote. Because they're just hilarious. They're so exaggerated. I don't know why. I don't know why they're so funny to me, but they all look like they're napping. Except Gordon. Gordon's pretty dead. Like, face down. Just... he's gone. Bolt scroll. I guess that makes that worth. I'm gonna save, since I got that bolt scroll. Should heal. I got Cure 2 now, before entering the Dreadnought. That's good. Mav's death animation in 1 was great. I agree. Let's try Bolt. Are these gonna be like unsorted this whole time? Because that's gonna be annoying. Let's go, Zoo. We're doing good. Was MVP. He was. Yeah, I've heard the PSP version is good. I've also heard that the Game Boy Advance versions are good. They look really good. They look good, the translations are better. And they're supposed to be easier. But having said that, I'm enjoying the difficulty of this one, as well as the music is really good. Back to this fight, eh? Why? Yeah, I think I would have to recommend playing not the NES version of Final Fantasy 1. It was very broken. Berserk Scroll. Do I give that to, like, Gus? Would Gus be a good Berserk? Yeah, I'm kind of sad that the later versions use MP. I like the use system. I think the use system is an interesting mechanic that makes me think a bit more about my magic. Of course, in Final Fantasy 1, magic is broken anyways, because as soon as you get one of the items, you can just spam the items as a warrior. The critical index bug. I don't know about that, but I know that almost everything that's supposed to be indexed in Final Fantasy 1 is indexed incorrectly, so it doesn't surprise me that criticals are also wrong. Pretty much everything's wrong. That's why I don't really recommend the NES version, even though it's cool to play the original. It's just very, very broken. This is such a long walk. I don't know, the damage in this game is still kind of random. I don't even understand how Final Fantasy 1 got, like, released in the state that it's in. They had to have known. Like, someone had to look at it and be like, okay, the chances of the second character running is based on your third character's attack stat. And someone was like, yeah, put it in the box, ship it. It'll be fine. They're not gonna know. What was the spell that literally does the opposite of what it's supposed to? Like, at that point, just take the spell out. Like, don't leave it in. Maybe they just straight up didn't know. Maybe they had no idea that it just did the opposite. Stop giving her the longbow. What's wrong with you? Wow, she still just barely has more mastery with the bow. A couple more fights and she'll have more mastery with the mace. Then it'll stop trying to give me the bow. Yeah, I mean, you do have to keep in mind that Square was, like, running out of money when Final Fantasy 1 came out, so... It was kind of their... They probably did have to just release it no matter what. Yeah, no, Gordon's just tired. Don't worry about it. He's just a tired boy. He had a long trip. I can't even shop there either. I have to go down here. Seven was rushed, yeah. Although, I'd have to imagine not to the extent that 1 was rushed. But 7 was rushed near the end. Which is why stuff like the W item glitches in the game. But most of the reason why Final Fantasy VII is so broken isn't because it was rushed. It's because of the weird coding mechanism they used to make the game. Square has always been very specific in wanting to create their own mechanisms for their games instead of just using what's already been made. And the Final Fantasy VII Remake used Unreal. So they finally said, like, we're just going to use an engine that everyone else is using and focus on making a good-looking game. And that's probably part of the reason why the remake was such a success. But a lot of their games, they make their own engines, and sometimes that works and sometimes it backfires. And 7 was quite the backfire. I mean, in general, it was fine, and it looked amazing, and it blew everyone's mind when they saw it. I'm buying 1 Phoenix down. But in the same way, we've realized nowadays how broken it is because of a lot of the shortcuts they took. Is there anything you'd like to sell? Let's sell the potions. So many antidotes. Use the garlic. Yeah, that you're probably right, Zoo. After having to restart the game so many times, it was probably not their first decision, but their, you know, forced decision to use Unreal. But I think it worked out. Yeah, so I don't claim to be a coding wizard. I know a lot about Final Fantasy VII's code, but I don't know a lot about code in general. But what I've kind of put together from being inside the Final Fantasy VII code for so long is that the way that they made the game was very innovative, but the issue was the way they made the code is almost like a giant HTML document, and everything is like, this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. It's not like a regular game engine where there's all these different things going on at once, and there's different flags and everything. The game uses very little flags, and instead, it's just a giant document where, like, this happens, and this happens, and this happens, and it looks for certain numbers in certain places for certain things. A lot of, like, if-then statements, basically, is the entire game, instead of being, like, an engine that has multiple things going on with flags that it looks for and whatnot. So, what happened is a lot of the stuff they did is innovative, and a lot of stuff that they did works well, but one touch in one part of the game can screw everything. And because of that, that's why like stuff like the W item glitch exists, and that's why the debug room is also still in the game, because they were afraid if they took it out, it would ruin other things. And they had finally gotten the game to a stable point, and they didn't want to touch anything because they were afraid it was going to break. So that's why certain things were left in. Like the debug room was left in, they just took out all access to it. They left the W item glitch in, stuff like that. Even though they knew it was an issue. Because they didn't want to touch it, in fear that they might break it. So to say that the code isn't like innovative is probably wrong. It was very innovative, and the game works well in terms of what it's supposed to do, but it's just very touchy because of the way it was programmed. And no other game I've ever seen has programmed anything like it. It's so unique. Thank you for the 1,576 bits, Ebenezer. Appreciate it, man. And I've had my hand at making mods, and I've talked to a lot of people that have made mods, and worked together with people making mods. And the one thing that everyone will always tell you is like, be careful when you change things. Like, keep a change log, because you'll run into situations where you change something and then God knows what happens. You never know. Final Fantasy VII was always going to be my favorite game. The reason Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game isn't because of how long it stayed relevant. It's my favorite game because it was the game that got me into video games. I did not really care that much for video games until I played Final Fantasy VII. I thought they were cool, and I played some with my dad, and played some Mario with my cousins, and had a good time, but it wasn't really anything I was looking towards doing, like buying myself, like buying a console for myself and collecting games. It was just something I did for fun with my family. And then one day my dad bought me a PS1 and bought me, I can't remember exactly what the first games we owned was, but it was something like Resident Evil 2, Destruction Derby, and Final Fantasy VII. And I played Final Fantasy VII and everything changed. I said, this is true video gaming. I played it every day. And you have to understand, like, a lot of people played Final Fantasy VII after playing the Super Nintendo, which the Super Nintendo had some of the best RPGs ever made. Final Fantasy 6/3, Chrono Trigger, Super Mario RPG. So a lot of people played those incredible RPGs, and then Final Fantasy VII was just like the upgraded version, like, you know, at least for us as kids, the high-def version of those RPGs, so that's why it was a big deal. Well, for me, we weren't much into video games, and at the time, we didn't have much money, so we skipped on Super Nintendo. The only thing I had ever played was the NES, and then I played Sonic on a Genesis, and that was it. That was my video game, you know. I knew ice hockey on NES. The most advanced game I had played was Sonic 2 on the Genesis. So to go from Sonic 2 on the Genesis, which was the most complicated and biggest game I had ever played, to Final Fantasy VII was like, was mind-blowing. I mean, to say it was mind-blowing is undershooting it. It completely changed gaming for me. So that's why Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game. It got me into games. Even if nowadays I looked at it and was like, it's not as good, or if it still wasn't fun to play anymore, if I wasn't still making videos on it, or still finding new glitches every day, or still playing Final Fantasy games to this day, it would still probably be my favorite game. It just so happens that not only did it get me into gaming, but I'm still playing it and still enjoying it and still finding new things today. So, thanks for the 101, Super. And then shortly after that, I got Pokemon Red and Yellow. And then I was like full RPG head kid playing Final Fantasy VII and Pokemon. It was like the dream. That had to have been the best time in gaming for me. Going from Sonic 2 on the Genesis to Final Fantasy VII on the PS1 and Pokemon Yellow on the Game Boy. Like, no wonder I played them all day, every day. So, all these rooms are empty, so I know not to go there. I want to go up to that top room and see if there's anything. Here we go. Starting with blind. Starting it off hot. Nice. Your parents confiscated the game when you saw Hades? Hades isn't even that bad. He's just like a big skeleton. How could you confiscate a game that goes like that goofy noise that Hades makes? You're telling me that's not like every Halloween decoration ever? I'm surprised they didn't confiscate it when they saw like Shiva. No, Hades, that's the line. Too spoopy for me. Can I, like, kill this thing before it blinds us? Is that possible? No. What's up, Coleslaw? Oh, dude, that'd be amazing. If when you cast Hades in the remake, he goes... Wah, wah, wah. They should just keep it all. The graphics, everything. He should be the only one. All the other ones are updated and look amazing, but Hades just has like his Final Fantasy VII model and the same sound effect. That'd be amazing. How can you resub for 7 months again? Oh my god, this may... Oh, okay, we found the dungeon, I guess. Yo, Grailmon with the 25 months! Did you notice that Grailmon got the Digimon resub? Plant. High quality sub right there. Gordon's almost dead again. Should I heal him? Do I even care? Do I care that Gordon's almost dead, or do we just let him die? I truly don't understand Gordon. Like, truthfully, I just have no idea. I don't get it. Maria has 12 intelligence and 10 magic, and yet she does way more damage than him, and he has 22. Like, his stats look insane, but he sucks. I don't get it. It's not how many months you sub. Like, if you pay for 6 months, you would get the 1 month, the 2 month, the 3 month, the 4 month, the 5 month, and the 6 month. You wouldn't just get the 6 month. You just get each one depending on how long you've been sub. Otherwise, I'd be freaking out that Grailmon just submitted 25 months of sub at one time. That'd be pretty epic. I don't know, like, you would think that maybe he's just doing not a lot of damage because he only has Ice 1, but Maria using Ice 1 was doing more damage than Gordon using Ice 1. Even though he has, like, double her stats. So, I don't know. I think Gordon just blows. Shade Bow. That's cool. I'm not using it. I'm not using bows, sorry. What does it do? Bow that can blind. That's actually kind of useful, but not using it. Ghasts look like my ex after I told her I forgot to buy milk. I think we need to talk. We need to have a discussion. Yeah, the spells level up. I should have Ice 2 now, or close. And I have Cure 2 now. Yeah. Thief's Gloves. That looks like a boxing glove. Boost in agility. And a ton of defense. Look at that agility. I was saying before that I didn't think Furion really had any, like, specific skill. Like, Gus was stronger and tankier. And Maria has, like, magic. And Furion just kind of felt like the middle. But I'm starting to feel like he's, like, the fast one. It's going to be hard to tell now because I gave him those gloves, but... Yeah, like, his agility is pretty insane, so I feel like that's kind of what he's about. Yeah, it's another 6-month resub. The Kane. Welcome back, dude. Enjoy the Buster Sword badge. Yeah. Can you imagine chests that don't attack you? Oh, it is so good to see you. I'm afraid they captured us when we came for you. Well, let's go. Hurry. I'll take the princess to the airship. Look for the engine and toss the sunfire into it. This biggie will blow up then, so I'll have my baby ready for takeoff. Interesting dialogue, Sid. I wonder what happens if you find the engine room before saving them. They just blow up with the ship. We go back to Altair and they're like, what have you done? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If we could stop putting mimics in like every game ever, that'd be great. I would appreciate. Every game now has some kind of version of mimic, and it's always terrifying, and I hate it. you always have that false sense of security, like, oh, it's just a chest, and you like hit X to open it, and you go reach for your coffee, and you look back, and there's a demon, and you're like, uninstall the game. I'm almost dead. I hope this chest has a potion in it. Yeah, I submit that that's why Final Fantasy VII is the best game ever. It has no mimics. Best game confirmed. I mean, I was even playing Hollow Knight this week, and there's a version of Mimic in Hollow Knight, and I was like, why? Why? Dark Cloud had mimics. I know, I can't even like play a game anymore without suspecting mimics all the time. I can't even enjoy the feeling of finding treasure, because I'm always afraid it's gonna be a mimic. God, Gus. Super tank, 600 health. Well, Hollow Knight's mimics aren't chests, and I think that was even worse, because I wasn't expecting it. I think that Dark Souls did mimics the best. I think it should have just ended there. Like, once Dark Souls made mimics, that was like the peak, and then just everyone stopped doing it now because it's not going to be as good as that. But instead, everyone's like, we can do mimics. Now all my games are full of mimics. How's it going, Mark Fu? I really like giving the agility gloves to Furion. Because if there's an enemy that I don't like, I can have Furion attack him right away. Because he almost always goes first. Ouch. Oh my god. Maria, big damage. Werebane activated. I think we're almost there. It's looking very engine roomy. I kind of want to talk to these guards to see what they say, but part of me is a little worried that they're gonna like kill me or something. Stop attacking Furion. Cereal with hot milk? Why? Why would you do that? Anything with hot milk sounds awful. I guess you caught me in the lie, because I really like oatmeal, and that's technically hot milk. I don't know, though. Cereal? I don't know if I can get on board with that. Well, we finally got the blind treatment. We got this far without getting blind, but finally got us. Yeah, but hot cocoa has chocolate in it. Like cereal, I don't know. I guess if it's Count Chocolate, Count Chocolate, Count Chocolate, Count Chocolate, Count Chocolate, then I guess it's kind of like just drinking hot cocoa. Yes, this is the Final Fantasy VII Remake. You got it. Right, good guess. Do I even give Furion the dagger? Because, like, he kept missing with it. I don't know. I think I'm gonna pass on the dagger. Alright, here we go. The stupid giant enemy again. Hey, it's not a mage this time. Alright, we're gonna try to blind him and see if that helps. And I'm gonna cast Berserk on Gus. Got a plan. Blind. No! It didn't work. So apparently Berserk I can still, like, control myself. It just increases your damage for free. Nice. Good job, Gordon. Excellent. Okay. Ice is doing so. Okay, there's the damage. That's what I wanted to see. How much damage? How much health? Thank goodness.